Welcome to this subway party. Arthur decides to fight back. Today's their lucky day. He balls out, target locked. As the world recovers, Arthur seems sorter than Tilda. He dashes out of the subway. First murder, so complicated. Facing his first shot, Arthur feels a bit dazed and rushes into the roadside lounge. After catching his breath, the clown within him starts to make a comeback. After soothing himself, he can't help but move his feet and starts dancing, as if celebrating the clown version of his debut. He spots his crush and leaps right in, no words needed. The next day, he's at work packing up his stuff. While colleagues discuss the subway shooting, Arthur thinks, hey, do you know the superhero is among you? After packing up his belongings, he decides to make a dramatic exit, only to waltz back in moments later. He casually pulls out a paper, redefines his once proud slogan, and sways out of the office like a total boss. The subway incident quickly becomes hot gossip. Mayor Wayne labels the shooter as a wealth-hating clown for votes. Arthur shrugs it off, seeing the mayor's words as a confirmation of his own influence. One day, Arthur learns he's performing, but as soon as he hits the stage, he gets laughter syndrome. Talk about awkward. No matter how hard he tries to control it, it's all in vain, and only his neighbor gives him a warm smile. On his way home, Arthur is shocked to see citizens voluntarily dressing up like clowns. For the first time, he feels the joy of attention and happily dances with his mom when he gets home. However, when he hears his mom reminding him about the mayor, he's puzzled, asking, what's so special about that hypocrite? Driven by curiosity, Arthur opens his mom's envelope, revealing a shocking truth. He finds out he is the secret prince, and when he confronts his mom, she has to face the truth. The next day, Arthur lurks outside Wayne's mansion, ready for meat, and encounters his childhood enemy Bruce Wayne. Long-lost brothers eyeball each other as Arthur gets ready to perform magic, only to be stopped by the butler. As he learns about the butler's connection with his mom, he chats him up, but the butler isn't having it and douses his hopes. The butler drops the bomb that his prince identity is just a fantasy, igniting Arthur's fury. Arthur grabs him by the neck, ready to make the old fox pay, but catches himself and backs off. Home, he finds his mom on a stretcher. Frantically caring for her, he spends the night replaying his old dreams by watching late-night talk shows. Suddenly, a video of his performance airs on TV, and Arthur jumps up thinking, this is my moment of recognition. But then, Molly turns the tables, mocking him on air, leaving him utterly dumbfounded. At that moment, his past admiration shatters, and the next few days, Arthur drifts around clueless. One day, he's jolted awake by the news, discovering the clown game spreading nationwide. Mayor Wayne decides to host a charity gala to keep things in check. Upon hearing the news, Arthur decides to stir up trouble and mixes into the crowd of masked clowns. Finally, Arthur feels the thrill of participation again. His spirits lift as he sneaks into the event amid the chaos. Excitedly mentioning his mom, Wayne totally brushes him off, making it all for nothing. Hearing Wayne's truth, Arthur retorts, calling it an excuse. He bursts into laughter, and Wayne gives him a sharp remark before leaving. Stunned, Arthur heads home. He slowly opens the fridge, pulling everything out, thinking this might calm his wounded soul. The next day, Arthur gets a call from Molly inviting him as a guest, but he knows it's just for another humiliation. Despite this, he agrees to the appearance, but has one more thing to do first. Arthur then heads to the hospital Wayne mentioned, where staff check his mom's medical records based on his description. It confirms she has severe delusions and narcissistic personality disorder and has abused her children. But just as she's about to continue, the staff halts and tells Arthur they need his mom's consent to release information. Seizing the moment, Arthur snatches his mother's file and scurries into the stairwell like a rabbit. He halts once he's sure nobody's after him, but the truth drops like a bombshell. Turns out, not only is he adopted, but his laughter stems from his mother's abuse. This becomes the last straw for Arthur, shattering his faith in humanity. At this moment, the clown persona fully forms in Arthur's heart. He skips home and seeks out his girlfriend, Jenny. Jenny sits quietly on the couch, her mere presence seeming to comfort Arthur. However, a shock at seeing Arthur leaves him wide-eyed. In that moment, he realizes all the bliss was just his fantasy. Coming to his senses, he strikes a signature pose, then turns to leave. Back home, Arthur suddenly bursts into laughter, desperately attempting to mask his inner sorrow. The next day, Arthur stands by the hospital bed, not for a visit, but to make the most significant decision of his life. He covers his mother's face with her pillow, and in that moment, her only hope departs from this world forever. Afterwards, Arthur gazes into the distance as if experiencing an unprecedented sense of relief.